5 years, 4 days. 3 videos done. I need to go number 2. One last video. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So now, here we are. Last video, last day of Calye 2019. Where do I even begin with this? So my teammates and I woke up. We were like in the middle of the field where we all slept. I don't even know like what time the rest of them slept because yeah, I was the last one to fall asleep that night. But anyway, first thing we did was we were like, okay, we know we're gonna be leaving today, so we might as well pack our stuff so that by the time our last activity is done, we can just get our stuff, head on out. So that was the first thing we did.
I'm sorry, what did I just say?
Head on out. Head on out.
Okay.
We sadly had to end up packing our things. But then, first thing that happened afterwards, our last breakfast at camp, and also our last time to be called together, all the teams as one and do the activity. I don't know the word. What's the word called? Place thing. Pavilion. And there, we just had one last little talk, and finally, our last little worship session, which I'll be honest, this worship session in particular, I think it was the most memorable. I think it was the most memorable one, if not this camp, then out of all the camps I've been to. Simply because of just, sure, we've done the whole, we're listening to the worship song, singing our lungs out. The thing that just for me made this extra special was just that, so one thing that, So then after the talk, the teams were gathered together in their own little circles and we were given like a small little banner thing and some markers. And then on the banner we were instructed to answer one question. What's next for us? After camp, when we leave, what will be next for us? And in terms of that, we had to say what was next in terms of 1, ourselves, 2, our family relationships, 3, studies, and 4, with God. Now, with all that said and done, my teams and I, we were having our own little sharing thing. Same goes with the other teams. And then we just answered the questions. And from there, we reflected on every single thing that we've written on that little banner. And then we were just, as I said, reflecting and stuff, just really thinking about the stuff that we said and shared with our own little teams. After a while, we were all called to stand up and just have one last little worship session for this year's camp. And you know, we were just all singing our lungs out with whatever power we have because it's the last little worship session that we're having. And then to the corner of my eye, I'm seeing, you know, some of the other facilitators of the other teams. They were like putting their hands together, going around like the perimeter of the pavilion. And then I slowly started to see like everyone like in their teams like follow them to the side of the pavilion. And then next thing you know, we all started to like form one huge circle around the pavilion, which is honestly something we've never done. Out of my 5 years of attending, we've never done something like this. Having our arms around each other, being connected as the camp, just feeling, you know, so many things there in that moment and just really realizing that we've gone through so much in the past 4 days. We've shared so much, opened up so much to these new people, and just that it's hard to put to words. Just the entire emotions that we've all felt then and there in that moment, singing that worship song. And but anyways, yeah. That was done, and yeah, as soon as that was done, they just gave us some reminders about like, you know, the transportation and the buses and just like, you know, text our parents and whatnot. And yeah, after that we went down to the eating pavilion. From there, last little lunch together as, you know, the camp was already come to a close. And from there, we just, you know, decided to take some, you know, last team pictures with together, taking pictures with our friends, our teammates, facilitators, everyone there. And yeah, as soon as that was done, we gathered our things, went on the buses, and went back to the 3-hour ride back to McDonald's staff. So now, as I said to you guys before, I'm going to be sharing with you guys just some of the things I really shared throughout my camp experience and some of the things that, you know, were talked to us about, and just wanted to share that with you guys, my audience, whoever will be watching this video, just in case, like, you know, if you went to Camp Calye, maybe you can reminisce on these things. If you didn't go to Camp Calye, maybe you can go through this experience with me as I share what my thoughts were. I don't know, maybe I can make you feel things through your screen. So I have my little notebook here that I actually wrote down some of the stuff that I've taken from the talks that we've had in the past 4 days. Yeah, I would just like to share that with you guys really quickly. Now, just to keep things really short for you guys, I would just like to have one word in mind: fear. Reason being is that, you know, there are a lot of people nowadays that I just feel like they're just afraid to feel things. I know a lot of people that they're just talking about whatever happens to them, they're just sharing whatever. But the thing is just that are just so afraid to like open up about what's inside ourselves and to let that be known to the world in front of us. That just really sucks right now. One thing I just really like to say is just that it's really okay to be afraid. The matter of fact is just that we all get afraid sometimes. Other than the casual phobias, there's also like, you know, some phobias that people don't really tend to look upon. And whenever people dwell on those fears, just they're always scared to feel like, you know, they're too weak to do this, or it's too much for them. But the matter of fact is, it's okay to be afraid. Whatever's ahead of us, we don't know. No one can be able to predict what on earth is going to be happening. And then whenever something goes out of our way, then there's really nothing we can do about it. That's really the fact. But that really is how it is. What we do from there is just to open our minds more as to what really is in front of us, and not dwell so much and look down upon ourselves, just thinking that we're never enough or something like that. And whatever happens to us, whether it be our choosing for that to happen, our letting that happening to be, everything that happens has its own reason. And I myself truly believe that. Even before camp, I was, you know, having that mindset that, you know, everything happens for a reason. But even things that happen for a reason happen in the worst things possible. Because the thing is, whenever you feel like life can be pulling you back in some way, and you feel like you're so far behind from everyone else that you just see far in the distance right in front of you, the thing is just that can just be life's way of, you know, propelling you forward. Think of it like you're on a slingshot. You're just being pulled back, but the further you're getting pulled back, the further you can move forward. There's so much more I can say just with the 4 days of the talk, but I just like to, you know, quickly shorten that for you guys because I didn't want to make this video super long. But anyways, I hope that my words coming from this video, whoever's watching this, can, you know, feel whatever I felt through my words, and I at least hope that the words I said actually made sense. But anyways, yeah, I just hope that, you know, whoever you are watching this, that you can maybe feel what I felt within 4 days. So yes, that's going to be it for these 4 videos for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed my story times of Camp Calye 2019. And a quick little shout out and thank you so much to my team, Ocha Ocha, team number 8. You guys, I wouldn't have gone through the 4 days without you guys. Really, I mean it. So to everyone in my team, and, you know, to any one of my friends who are still watching this and were unable to go to camp, thank you guys. And yeah, I guess that's the end of this video. Until the next video, whenever I could possibly make one. Goodbye.
Hey, single.